Yeah, taking long outside shots, lower percentage, makes the goalie look really good, and also allows that team, because they're already gearing up. That's going to open up the fast break for Golden West. So if the Cougars can set their offense a little closer to the net and post up a bit. And Cougars got caught. I don't think anybody knows who's out right now at this point. All right, and it looks like Sydney Gills will be taking a moment in the penalty box. So 20-second power play.
Look at those hands up.
Great move right there. Can't see exactly what number that was, but that is a tough play right there when you get a wet pass and pass in the water in between two defenders and then have the presence of mind to lay back and go around to the far corner. That is a great move on a power play out of what should have been a real headache. I can't see what number that was. I think that was Harone down there. But she made a nice move. Ball should not be on the water inside on a power play, but she made something out of it. And it's 4-1 Golden West.
Time for our comeback.
And the Cougars get a power play of their own and see if they can cut the lead in half. And that's one of the things you don't want to do on a power play, especially with a right-hander from a weak side on that far side. But you want that ball moving around the outside of that 2 meters, move that defense. If you take your time and you pump and you allow the defense to set and the goalie to set on you, that's what happens right there. And that was a nice block by the goalie. She moved over. Cougars hesitated and did not come away with a needed goal in that power play. So again with the bar.
The bar. Now the bar's been working really hard this game.
And there's an exclusion. Presley Acosta tried to get an exclusion, but referee Edgar Villa realized that was just a ploy. But then Chloe Porter, who is one of the all-time best at that, earns one, and the Cougars have another power play. Let's see if they can put it together here. Move that ball around, and again, the Cougars hesitate, hold the ball, goalie gets set. Need a little work on that.
Yeah, I think, like you said, you have to keep it moving around. You have to confuse where the goalie is.
If the goalie doesn't move, it makes it real easy. So they kept it. They never moved it over to the other side of the pool the whole time. It's just 1-2 passes and a shot, and they had enough time to really work on it. So lob into set, good D.
Oh, he got weak. Wide open.
And there you go, forced right there.
If she looked up, there was a girl wide open, number 16, Kayla Nieves. She's calling for the ball, but she just shot it over the goal.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of a force right there. And there's a nice defensive switch right there, but the Cougars are open. They got to find that open person, and they don't. So we got, as they go red on the low on the shot clock, Cougars starting to head back to defense, and they need a shot right now, and the lob is not going to do it over the cage.
They need to get closer.
Tough shot, good, it's a smart shot. I mean, it's a tough angle right there for Presley Acosta, so she shot across cage. Hopefully, maybe the goalie will tip it out, but it was sailed a little high. Foul right there for the Cougars, and you hear.
There's a lot of girls all in one spot.
And there you go. No, as we just talked about that possession ball, you have to clear the ball from your hand before you can. And a forced pass right there for the Cougars. So Golden West loses the ball on not clearing it out of their hand, and then the Cougars force a pass, and now they're in trouble because it's a fast break for the Rustlers. Nice help defense right there. I can't see who came in right there. It looks like Maddie Corrigan came back to kind of save the day. Cougars were in trouble defensively.
Now that's great defense.
As Leanna Reed had her hips down, was in bad position, and then coming to the rescue was Corrigan. So another outside shot. Cougars way outside. That's about a 10-meter shot right there. And again to the near side of the goalie. So if you got a goalie sit on you, drive for the far corner. Maybe you get a tip. The Cougars beat on a drive right now, but nice help right there by Costa. Ball's at set. Slough comes back, and nice steal right there. That's a good help defense.
Golden West has been really good at getting the ball close to the goal.
Cougars need to slow down the offense, find the 2-meter man and set player right in the middle, and work from there. Right now they've been taking a lot of shots from way downtown.
A drive into.
And again, way outside, the great. There you go.
Okay, now this is Cougars' chance to redeem themselves.
So Leanna Reed pick up the rebound. And Cougars trying to set it up here. And ball's in. And I don't know about that one. That was a tough call. But
that looked like a foul to me.
The official Rod Hormel was right on top of it, so I know they're back turned to the camera, but I thought the goalie was a little late coming out there with it because it definitely was a foul. But they're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the goalie usually. I've always believed in giving the benefit of the doubt to the goalie because I was a goalie.
You were a goalie?
I was a goalie.
That's pretty cool.
So there, that time that was to see again. Golden West was heavy on the thing, on the shoulders. And Porter draws another exclusion. This time, hopefully, the Cougars can capitalize. Porter has been a little bit slower on the offense. I don't know if both teams are fatigued into the second quarter of their first game of the year. But it is a lot different playing a team than it is playing in practice.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, Chloe Porter draws another exclusion. And she really takes some punishment out there for the team, and then we'll see if they can capitalize this time.
Yeah, we need those goals. 1-4.
Got 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half.
Now, in order to use this time successfully, they need to be passing really fast.
Let's set the goalie. Nice pass. Porter's got to be ready and shoot it. And
there
it is. So they did a nice job right there. See, what Chloe did real well right there was the catch and shoot. No pumps, anything. The defense was set, and before the defense could reset, she took her shot. So that was a real smart play, real smart player. You don't get to be all state for nothing. So.
And a great thing about
she was up on her legs. She didn't have to do anything. So all she had to do was catch and shoot, and the goalie didn't have the time. The defense was slid over. Everybody was wide open. That was a great play. Nice job by the Cougars.
And now that's something we've been missing in our other plays.
And the Cougars caught right there. That the great shot. I'm trying to see who that was.
Number 7. Let's see.
And that'll be Bella Schulze with the left-handed move. That's kind of the hard thing when you don't get a chance to scout the players or scout the teams before. A nice left-handed move right there. If you don't know she's left-handed, you're going to get burned, and that's what happened right there. The Cougars playing the wrong shoulder on the defense and allowed Schulze to turn inside and rebuild that 3-goal lead for the Rustlers.
Like a thread through a needle. She just found that perfect opportunity with her left hand.
So Presley Acosta outside as the drop comes back on Rascon.
Now these
Corrigan,
really
Cougars, as you see, the Cougars have nobody in the middle of the pool. They don't have a center in their offense, and that makes it real tough. And so they're, again, desperation shot from deep downtown. And that gives them, you can see right now, Golden West a little bit up on the counterattack. The Cougars still chasing.
Now those
And
desperation
again, there's the
shots.
same move as Schulze. Does the same move as a left-hander. And Cougars got to figure that one out soon, and that's 2 in a row for her. So somebody's got to, Schulze, the southpaw, 2 straight goals, and it's 6-2 Golden West.
And most of Golden West's shots have been from our desperation shots. Because we miss, we take a desperate shot from far outside, and it switches, and they score.
Yeah, when you take those long shots, that most teams usually watch to see where they go. Golden West is real smart. They take that long shot. They know if their goal, that they'll hear the whistle if it goes, or they'll get the ball from their goalie on their fast break on the way. So they don't have to worry about that. They just turn and go. And here's a gimmicky play right here. The goalie's bringing it up in the closing seconds of the half. And another exclusion on the Cougars, and that's going to be another power play, and then right in the middle of the pool.
That's a nice skip shot. You see how it bounced off the water?
Mm-hmm.
Now those shots, when they bounce, you don't know where they're going to go.
And that's smart play right there because the goalie was set on her, and she went just the opposite corner, cross cage. Nice goal. So, Cougars come back, got the lead to 4-2, and then 3 straight goals by the Rustlers. So this will take us to the half, 4-3-2-1, and there's the shot. And that's going to do it. Cougars down at the halftime. Golden West Rustlers 7, your Cuesta Cougars 2. So we have 5-minute break right now. Well, we've been talking a lot. What are you seeing out there? What do you think the Cougars need to do for this second half?
I think the Cougars need to start getting the ball closer to the 2, because we just been taking too many shots from way outside, like near half, because every time we shoot out of desperation, we miss, then it's a turnover. And in that turnover, Golden West, they have the opportunity to score, and they've scored a lot.
Yeah, they've done a nice job in their transition from offense to defense. And like I said, when it seems like the Cougars, when they see it take that long shot, the team watches to see where it goes, and Golden West just kind of takes off. Mm-hmm. If it goes, they'll hear the whistle. If they don't, they've had the opportunities on those fast breaks, and that's been tough for the Cougars.
And that's the thing, just like timing, because they got that 1 second, 2 second head start, and it's over.
Yeah. Now this is, a young Cougar team, and we talked about it. Golden West we've been doing sophomore. Golden West actually only has 5 freshmen of their 18. 5 of their 18 players are freshmen, and so they've got a lot of experience. Like the Cougars, they were in the playoffs last year. Cuesta only has basically Acosta, Rascon, and Porter back, so that's pretty much a young team for the Cougars, and they're getting a little bit of a lesson here right now in this first half. I don't think the game's out of reach for the Cougars. You got some great players, 3 all-conference players coming back, and I think freshman class has got a lot of talent out there. This team is going to be. This is just the opening days, but this team is going to do real well. I mean, you look at the players we have out there. Coming in as a freshman, Maddie Corrigan, the left-hander, 2-time All-League player, was team MVP, 4-time times her swim team's MVP. So she's got speed. She's got a left hand. She's going to be playing well for us. Then you have Sydney Gills. She was a league MVP. Hannah Kempf, 2-time team MVP. A lot of these players have got a lot of experience at that high school level.
Mm-hmm.
It is a jump from high school to college.
Oh yeah.
And you're not playing the best players in your area anymore. Now you're playing the best players in the state. Well, the ones who didn't go to the Division I level.
Yeah.
So
And it's pretty tough because they still have that high school mentality
Right.
of watching, instead of watching the ball, they watch the game.
Right. And you're seeing that, and that's part of the maturity of the game. You have a young team here. You're figuring it out. You're figuring out your teammates. This is a big important game in the long run because you have another playoff team right here. If you lose to Golden West 3 months from now, that may cost you a spot in the playoffs or something like that, or you may be knocked down a spot in the playoffs. But so it'll be different consequences on this first game. But it's a great opportunity to learn. You're playing against a tough team, so those things that you haven't been able to practice during your class time and practice time, they're going to be exposed, and they have been so far.
Yeah,
So.
better to make all the mistakes now than when come time to the playoffs.
Well, that's kind of the benefit of playing a team that's quality team right away. If you're mentally tough enough, if you can take the lesson in the game, then it will really improve you on the way. And the Cougars are going to have 4 more games over the next 2 days, so they're going to really get an opportunity to see what they can do and where their mistakes are and what you can't do practicing with each other, what you can and learn. You get this is your test, right? You can study all you want, but until you're in the mix of it,
then you
don't know how you're going to do on the test. So, and second half, right, getting ready to start. And that little flurry there at the end of the quarter. 3 goals in those last 2 minutes by the Golden West Wrestlers. And it turned it from a reasonable game to a 7-2 lead. And the Cougars are going to have to do some work. So in the seeding of all this, when it comes down to seeding at the state level, it's a 3 goals plus or minus in each game. So the Cougars have to get, for it to be a factor, have to get at least 2 more, 3 more goals, get within 2. They can keep themselves.
And it's only halftime, so we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. Because if the Cougars work really hard in this halftime, then we could make it up to that a more reasonable lead.
So Cougars right there. Good heads up play by Acosta. And she drove across the 2-meter player, but drove a defensive second player right in there.
Most of our girls are hanging near the halfway point. Or pretty far out.
So near side shot right there.
No, this time they got the ball closer to the 2, which is great.
Corrigan. As a left-hander, she knows she always has the green light. I don't know why, but left-handers always feel like they have their green light. My younger brother's a left-hander, and he knew he was allowed to shoot at all times. And a good drive, power drive right there. Cannot get the ball in.
Oh, that was a nice save.
The way to stay with it right there. Evelyn Teeter.
Touched it twice. Almost missed the first time and then got it out the second.
Got just enough of a hand on it to keep it from sputtering by. So Teeter had a nice year last year. 318 saves on the season to lead the Wrestlers. And Cougars playing right behind. You see that right hand go over that right shoulder. That's going to get him an exclusion. And there she moved it over just in time.
Nice save by Aubrey Kirby.
So Kirby Tatro takes another one and right in the belly button. That means her positioning was good. If you can. So Corrigan dumps it in. And again.
That was sort of like a shoulder block there.
So Presley Acosta's shot from 2 meters, shrugged off, I guess, literally by Teeter. Shrugged it off with her shoulder. Picked up the save. I mean, look, the Cougars, you can see they're chasing out there. They're guarding at half court and getting in trouble inside.
And number 6 was too busy trying to get on the other side and missed that opportunity to get that ball. a drive into set.
And a nice drive. Missed the opportunity right there. And there you go, cross
Nice
cage,
shot.
beautiful shot. So Leanna Reed goes cross cage, buries it in the back of the net. And Cougars start to chip away. And Cougars not knowing where to go yet.
Wide open.
And we're going to get an exclusion here. There we go. All right. So both of them have to be in the red before you can sub somebody out. You can sub on the fly, but they have to be in the red. So Ryan Ruscone trying to navigate her way into the correct position to sub there.
And they're pretty far out right now. At this point, it'd be better to, oh.
Nice red shot right there off the bar. Doesn't make it in, but gives the Cougars some time to get back. And a great move right there. So that's Bella Schulze. Again, left-hander. That comes down to scouting right there. Know who the left-hander is because you know which way they're going to want to turn. The Cougars got a little bit too deep there and got burned.
Was she even looking at the net? Because when I saw her, she was looking as to pass her teammate, but she just made it right in.
Well, once she made the turn, she had that left hand free. And Cougars were overplaying the wrong shoulder there. Hard foul on the outside. Cuesta's looking for someone to pass to.
Now we're still pretty far out into the half.
So not a lot of movement on the outside for the Cougars. And Cuesta in trouble.
Now they've been getting the ball closer to the goal, but there's still no movement.
The wrestlers look like they've slowed it down. They're just going to set it up here. And going with a double set. They have two people inside. And nice help defense there by Presley Acosta. She comes back and makes a steal. And a nice defense by Leanna Reed. Made sure she got over on that right shoulder, so kind of took that opportunity away from the left-hander at set there. Overplaying the right shoulder, I should say, to stop the left-hander. And Acosta's drive slowed down. There's a turnover and a timeout for Golden West. So 3:16 left in the third. Golden West 8, Cuesta 3.
Now I noticed Cuesta has been like improving, you know, their plays, but it's that one thing, the movement they need to get.
Like I said, this is a pretty young team. The physicality at this level, like I said, Golden West is almost all sophomores. All of them have the the playoff experience. So they're a tough team. They're an experienced team. They're a well-coached team. And I'm sure they've had a lot of time in the summer. Almost every player, the furthest player from Golden West is at Costa Mesa, which is all of 5 miles away. So they've had a group there, and that's the hotbed of water polo down there in Orange County. And so they've had a nice group there. They've probably had a lot of time to work together, play together. It's a little bit tougher, as you can see, at the Cuesta roster. They have kids from Santa Maria, Visalia, Hollister, Buellton, Exeter, Santa Cruz, and it's tough to get everybody on the same page in the first 3 weeks of school. So,
oh yeah.
So like I said, Cougars do have three kids starters back from last year, but you have to reintegrate everybody, and when you have an experienced playoff team that's returning everybody pretty much, It makes it a tough way to kick off the season. So the Cougars holding their own.
Oh, and Golden West definitely has that connection too with all their players.
You can see there's a fluidity. Everybody kind of knows where to be and how to be, and where those passes you see somebody come in. Those passes are where that person wants it, and that player or teammate knows. So the Cougars putting on a press, but they're playing a double set for Golden West. 2 players on the post. And an offensive foul, and the Cougars are off to a break. Golden West does a nice job with the defensive transition. And there's Porter. Great opportunity for Porter.
Nice
Felt the defense coming in on her. May have rushed that shot a little bit, but good shot, good opportunity. Nice save by Teeter.
She really controlled that girl really well. She didn't let her, she just moved right around her.
And see the Cougars are putting Porter up top. And that's a tough call. That's a tough call. So, official there got baited and lost that right there. And you can't let her walk it in right there. That was a tough call. That's a tough turnaround for the Cougars. That was a good. I think both Porter and the official there got suckered on that play right there. Mm-hmm. And the defense didn't help out right there. Let the shooter come all the way inside the penalty marker for the goal right there. That was no defense right there. Everybody held back. Tough goal to give up for the Cougars.
We got to drive into set.
The Cougars driving, but not clearing out. It's getting kind of crowded in the middle there. And Chloe Porter tries to draw the foul, doesn't get it, and throws a desperation red shot as the Cougars' shot clock was going down. They got the opportunity off, and wouldn't call it quality opportunity, but got the opportunity off.
It's pretty far out.
But it gave the Cougars time to come back and set up their defense. So that's a nice shot. It's a smart shot.
I like the double set that they've been doing because that gives other players an opportunity to go back in the set and swipe the ball, like we just see right now.
So that's another. I'm not sure exactly what happened right there. It looked like the defensive drop was there, so I'm not sure where that call was coming from. Cougars were out of defensive position, but usually when you have a dropping defender there, you're not going to make that call when the defense is already recovered. So Porter was on defense and a little out of position, but with the secondary defender there, probably should not have been a kick out, but ball doesn't lie, and Cougars get the ball back, no harm, no foul. Well, they called the foul, but there was no foul. There's an old adage, and you can see it right there on that pass. Isabella Nemling. If you can't shoot the ball, you can't really pass the ball. As you can see, Nemling was low in the water, wasn't looking to shoot. The defense knew it, and they were waiting for the pass instead of the shot. And so they were able to jump the pass right there, and that was a turnover.
Nice pass. Instead of passing or doing desperation shots, I feel like Cuesta should just shoot it, really far out, and then start going back on defense. Just make sure.
Well, as long as everybody knows.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, Aubrey Kirkpatrick having a nice first game, making a lot of saves, and that probably should have been an exclusion right there. She was over her head. But see, there you go. That's a low percentage shot.
And the goalie was locked on her.
Yeah. And she had room to improve a little bit with a few seconds left on the clock. So, fourth quarter, Cougars can't get another tally up, and it's 9-3 now. fourth quarter, and then after the fourth quarter, start getting ready for Cuesta Invitational. 4 games in the next 2 days. Let's see tomorrow. Next step for the Cougars. Golden West will actually, their bonus for coming up this morning or this afternoon is that they get to play tomorrow at 8 a.m. to kick off the tournament. So, so they'll be busy tomorrow. They'll have their fun. I'm sure they'll be down at Farmers Market in San Luis Obispo tonight, and then be ready to play Santa Barbara City in the opener at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Cougars going to come back and play Diablo Valley College at 10:20, and then they'll play West Valley College at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So that's tough 2 games. Diablo Valley and West Valley, 2 of the better teams in Northern California. And Golden West will also get a chance to play their conference rival Cypress, which is only about 5 miles away from where their school is. So they'll be playing somebody that I'm sure all those players will know each other after all those years, right? Just right down the highway. And then day 2 starts at 7. Golden West is going to get an early game that day so they can get back on the road. They're going to start that 7 o'clock game the next day. So they're doing all the morning stuff. So they're in charge of coffee, I think. So they play at 8 tomorrow and 7 on Saturday. And the Cougars are going to have a conference game against Santa Barbara City. And they're going to play Cerritos, which will be an important game for the playoffs. As Sergio Macias down at Cerritos always puts together a quality team.
No sleeping in for Golden Valley.
Yep.
Especially after a tough game like that, like you just feel sore all over. Because it's really like a full body sport.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to be tired.
Well, I'm sure they'll be downtown. They'll get some tri-tip and get all that stuff in there. You've been I haven't been down to Farmers Market in a while on Thursday.
You haven't?
No.
It's pretty big. I like seeing all the music. There's like so many artists that come out to play. Just every couple blocks there's someone singing or someone playing the drums or like it's pretty nice.
And you get fresh vegetables and food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all about the music.
Is it about the party or about the shopping? A little bit of both?
The shopping's a plus.
It's easier to shop when you got some tunes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and all the free samples. I just go walk up to every stand and like ask for samples, and after that long street, I'm full.
Well, you may have to show the rustlers around. There's more than a few teams like to come up here on that Thursday night and make sure that, I mean, who's the other teams in the morning tomorrow? Fresno, Santa Monica. Some of those teams might be down there tonight. Just getting ready for those early morning games. It's a good excuse. Oh, they put us early, so we have to go up early and spend an extra night. Go to Farmers and do all that fun stuff.
Oh no, we gotta go to Farmers.
Yeah. So Cougars win the sprint. They'll get the first opportunity to score here. See if the Cougars can settle down and power one in. Chloe Porter on the drive off this could be a goal right here. And the exclusion, so power play for the Cougars. Great job by Chloe Porter.
Now they just gotta get that goalie off their tempo.
So pass, pump, got some good opportunities there. Be a shooter.
Now the pump just gives the goalie time to move and lock onto the player.
One pump and pass.
There we go.
There's Maddie Corrigan right there. That was kind of an off-speed pitch by Corrigan. It looked like she was done, and that wasn't. I know she could throw harder than that, but kind of rolled into the cage, but it caught the goalie way offset.
It just soared.
So that was kind of a knuckler or something like that. That was off speed. That wasn't as hard as she could throw. She could rocket it, and she took a little something off, and it actually landed in the goal. It didn't even hit the back of the net. So, but that's good. Cougars get get it back on the board, 9-4 off the power play. Thanks to Porter taking some punishment and getting the exclusion. And Corrigan putting it away on the power play. So off the bar at the buzzer.
Now this setup is a perfect defense for how the Golden West is playing because they just throw it into set and just hope for their left-handed player to make that shot in.
So way over pass. Great opportunity. That is a tough play. Great connection right there. So Corrigan found Chloe Porter cross cage, but it is just it's a tough shot right there. On her back, catching in the air, defense closing in, and she just didn't have enough on it to put it through. A good opportunity. That was a great look. It was a great look by both of them. That was a good connection. That's something we can watch for the rest of the year. We'll see how they do together. And Kirkby Tatro almost touches it. He wanted that one. So let's see if the Cougars can put another one in here. And we have a clock problem right now. First game of the year. Wouldn't be the same without a little bit of clock problems. So
it's always the clocks.
as we see, the big scoreboard is out right now.
Oh, now it's 0-0 on the scoreboard.
So at least we know the time is 6:13. Cougars got their timeouts back, so that's interesting.
It's a pretty tight game, 0-0.
Oh, they took 20 seconds off there. And here it goes. So 9-4. All looks right, except for the timeouts. Good spatial defense by the Wrestlers, covering the drive. And there's Porter again. Great move. And she puts it away. A little backdoor. That was, this is Chloe's third year. You got to play those first 7 games in 2021 before the season was canceled. All state last year, and she's just playing at another level right now. Heads up play, backdoor cut, got the goal, and that's 2 times in a row that she's caught her defender sleeping. Last time she didn't quite get a handle of it. This time she put it away. So
that was an amazing play. And the bar in too from the back. Now that's like even harder to get.
For extra difficulty points.
Mm-hmm.
Style points maybe.
Yeah, because usually that bar is supposed to help the goalies, but that just went against the goalie. We got defenders.
Nice help defense right there by Rascone. Doing what she does. Led the team in steals last year. First team all conference, Ryan Rascone. The Cougars trying to climb back in. They're 4 down. They need to get 2 down to give themselves any points for. And Acosta needed a pass. That pass was short by Corrigan. Tried to thread the needle a little bit too much. She throws it too far. The goalie can get it too close. And the defender got it. So that's a tough pass to make with someone swimming away from you in between 2 defenders.
It's a lot of accuracy.
And there you go right there. That's a little more breathing room there for the Rustlers.
Another shot by Bella, number 7.
Yeah, Scholze's been tough for him, left-hander. Getting another one of those sophomores right out of Huntington Beach, local kid for them. Just down the street.
Now wide open. Oh.
So right there we had forced pass, no look pass right there. And Reed's got to be a little more selfish on that one. No, she's got to. She probably had a position to make a nice layout right there and get a shot off.
And over there, we had a girl wide open, too, on the wing.
Yep. Got to control the ball.
Heavy defense.
Dropped just a little bit late, but that's got to recover. We're not recovering on defense right there, but the shot goes high and over the cage. Foul goes against you. You got to shake it off. That's one of the tough things for water polo is you can't look at the referee. You can't do those things. You have to just keep swimming. It's a Finding Nemo Dory thing going where you just, no matter what happens, just keep swimming.
You listen to the whistle, you have to immediately move.
Great. That's going to be count and shot. No time for a pump there. That was a great pass. Hit her in the hand, but she took the time to pump it right there. Goalie and the defense slid over. So that's a great cross pass. The Cougars playing well. It's a tough team. But you can see they're just still getting into sync right now. A lot of new players. And they're going to think this is going to be a big help to them tomorrow when they get in the tournament.
Oh, nice shot. Dry pass, too.
Yep. It's nice to have a left-hander on that side make that good pass.
Left-handers in this game are gold because they have those perfect shots.
It really helps balance the offense, you know, having that left-hander over there. As you see Corrigan with the ball right now. It's a lot easier, a lot quicker shot for her on the 4-5 side, what they call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you go around the perimeter. Going from the goalie's right, going around.
Drive.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, goalie out.
Great ball control right there. Cougars going to have a nice opportunity.
He's got to thread the needle.
Porter right in the middle. Porter's got to get that ball back right now. Quick shot and pass from Porter.
Got to shoot through a lot of hands.
And she's got to take that shot. That's her shot right there. And left-handers always take the shot. They don't mind.
One more. Oh.
So right there, Chloe's got to be a little bit more selfish there. I mean, she threw it to a tough angle right over there in the one spot where she's up top. She had a good opportunity to shoot there.
She threw it right at the goalie, and the goalie shoots.
Great team player, but sometimes you got to be a little selfish when you're right there, 4 meters, and take that shot. Chloe Porter's kind of Cuesta water polo royalty. Her dad was remains the all-time leading scorer here. He was Cuesta College's Athlete of the Year back in 1988. And then her brother was a 2-time All-State player here and was All-American swimming. So he's currently helping out the men's team right now. And she's next in line. So Chloe's an All-State player herself. So that Porter family's done a lot.
She's got a lot on her shoulders. For
the success of Cuesta. She's already done a lot. So this is her 3rd year. She's an All-State player already. So she's a kid. She's the glue. That was a great shot right there.
Great left hand.
Yep. Schulze is just eating up the Cougars right now. I think that's her 5th goal of the day.
Only a minute 30 left in the game.
So pass a little short, but that's Acosta's going to hold that position.
Got to fake out the goalie? Almost.
So that sometimes right there where Acosta had position, if she stopped and kind of moved herself out of that position where she had the defender on the back, she moved away to try and take a shot, which was a tough shot because she had a defender on her left and a goalie in front of her. If she had moved towards the goal instead of away, with a defender on her back, she might have gotten a power play or a penalty shot right there. So one of the things we talk about sometimes in water polo, because you, as an official, you only get to see. We'll see. Watch Porter here, goes into her defender, works her way in there. That's exactly what had happened right there. She had the defender behind her, so if the defender didn't completely back off of her, it would have been a penalty shot. When the defender backed off to her completely, it gave Chloe an opportunity to pump and shoot. Whereas Cuesta moved away from the defender and got a worse angle and made it tougher on her. So she had the position, and in water polo, position where you are in front of your defender is actually more important than where the ball is. So body position is huge right there, because you're basically officiating an iceberg. You see 25% of the pool of the player, so you have that's what the officials are doing. They're looking for the body position, and right there, the back-to-back shows what Acosta did moving away from position and what Porter did going to position, and the two different outcomes right there.
So now we saw one of the outcomes, but the other.
So here's Acosta. She's got another opportunity. The goalie's right in front of her.
Oh.
And kind of flipped. Now she's going to swim, and she's going to get the penalty shot right there because the goalie grabbed her. Oh, come on. That's the poor goalie's winded. They don't have to swim that much. And so here's a penalty shot for Acosta. With 14 seconds left, this will be nice. This will be a high point to leave right now. Cougars, 14 seconds left. This isn't going to tie the game or win the game, but this is going to give them a high note to end the game on and get ready for the tournament tomorrow. And there's Acosta, puts it away. Nice penalty shot.
She's been on fire this last minute. And, like, all of this has happened in the last, 1 minute, 30 seconds. And I think they found their tempo.
So 4-3, and here's the shot. It's going to be up. Tetro's going to be ready. All right. I don't think you. Well, there's your ball game. Respectable first game for the Cougars. 12-7. Like I said, Golden West. They are all sophomores. They've all played together. They have experience. You can see the difference. Cougars going to be ready for the tournament tomorrow. I think they've got a lot. Saw a lot of positive things out there, and they're going to learn, and this is going to be a good weekend for them. So again, Cougars tomorrow, if you're listening to this, we'll be playing on Friday, September 8th, right here at Cuesta College. They play Diablo Valley College up from Concord, East Bay, Concord, at 10:20 a.m. And then from the west side of the bay, out of just close to San Jose, they'll be playing West Valley College at 3 p.m. That's for 2 games tomorrow. Both of those 2 teams coming back from playoff seasons. So there's no easy games this weekend. The Cougars are really going to be struggling, and they're battling.
Battling.
And then on Saturday, they're going to come back. They're going to play Santa Barbara City, who's defending conference champions. Cougars are in the Western State Conference with the Vaqueros. That's a 10:30 start on Saturday. And then who's that last game again?
Who's the last game? Fresno?
That's Fresno. That's a 3:10. The Cougars will play Fresno City, play the Rams in the tournament finale at 3:10. And then by 4:30, they'll be cleaning everything up. So that's part of the problem with hosting, is you got to clean up after your games. So
tough schedule.
So what do you think? How are you looking at this? As our first look at the 2023 Cuesta Women's Water Polo team, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I have a lot of hope for this team. There's a lot of good potential, as we saw in this game, because everything kind of just clicked together in that last minute. And this game was a great opportunity to look through, especially before the playoffs, or not the playoffs, before the what was it again?
Golden West?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here in the season opener for Cuesta College's Women's Water Polo Tournament game. Golden West Rustlers took the game today. Cougars will be back in action tomorrow and on Saturday at the Cuesta College Women's Water Polo Tournament, all day, both days. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been Cuesta TV. And I'd like to thank the Cuesta Film, Television, Electronic Media class for joining us out here at the Cuesta College Pool. Thank you for joining us as well. And we'll see you at our next event.
Next event.